MagicGatheringStrat. All you stratters out there in the stratosphere, I'm Brennon, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, are my two co-hosts this evening, Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody.
And Dan, the Fan of History.
Hello there.
Hello to both of you. It's good to have everybody back. This week...
Hey, Roberto's in the chat.
Hey, Roberto.
Whoa, Roberto.
Yay. This is episode 60.
We do stream these things live on Twitch, but today we are recording a day off, so that might have been hard to catch.
Yeah, we are off one day. So, we'll kind of get into why later in the show. It's part of the issue. Yes, episode 60. What the hell is wrong with people? Seriously. Of all the things that have happened recently, people are just fundamentally flawed. And I feel so sad. Oh well, maybe one day we'll all pull our heads out of our butts.
I wouldn't count.
Probably not.
So you're accusing humanity today?
I am. Humanity in general. I say there's very few people who actually have their heads out of their butts. But what are you gonna do? I know what we can do. We can talk about magic.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Do it.
We'll talk about some standard Pauper, our weeks in review, and this will be the last of the Pauper Gauntlet until the next one. So, folks, brace yourselves for the end. What do we have? Standard Pauper. Let's talk about what conspired on this past Sunday. SPDC 3304. Boop. Look at that. Azorius mid-range. What the what?
What?
Yeah. Let's see. 11 players, 11 reported. 3 rounds Swiss top 4 playoff by Dr. Chris Baker. Yeah, first place, Azorius mid-range. We'll look at that in a second. Followed by Demir Puzzle. We've seen that before. Green-white counters by Forley. And then some black-red madness. But since none of us understand what's happening, let's look at Azorius mid-range. These are some cards you just don't see every day in a standard Pauper tournament. So we have Sandcrafter Mage, 4 of. If you don't remember what Sandcrafter Mage is, you wouldn't be...
You're not the only one.
You wouldn't be alone. It's a 2/2 for 3. When it enters the battlefield, it bolsters 1. Does anybody remember what bolster is?
Yeah, put the +1/+1 counter on the creature with the least toughness.
Least toughness, that's right. And then there's also Stalwart Aven. It's a 1/3 flyer for 3 with Renown 1. So if you hit once, it's a 2/4, which is actually kind of hard to deal with. And here's something I don't understand.
That was great in Origins draft.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Here's what I understand. Only 3 Fairy Miscreants.
I did that article series on MTG Library on 1-offs, 2-offs, 3-offs, and 4-offs.
Yes.
There are few clear examples of a 4-off than Fairy Miscreant. If you play the card, you got to play 4.
Right.
And one thing you want to look at is, would I like 10 of this card in my deck? And of course, 10 Fairy Miscreants are a lot better than fewer. So this card should be a 4-off.
Yeah, all times. I can't imagine why drawing a card is this. It's like the Sigiled Starfish. Scry 1 is worth half a card, which you can do consistently, which is good. But Fairy Miscreant, I mean, the whole point of it is to have multiple out there.
It's only
to do that, you have to have 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Followed up by Misthoof, which is Megamorph 2/1 with flying and vigilance for 2 and a white. Megamorph. Wow, this is a blast from the past. Then you have Scrap Skin Drake, which is a great card. I played the heck out of this in back in the mono blue Flyers days.
Yeah.
Oromancer. Go get you a enchantment card from the graveyard. Totem Guide Heart Beast. Also the same thing. Search your library for an aura card. There's the sigils.
5 enchantments in the deck.
Let's see how many. Let's see. We got Pacifism.
Yeah.
We have Knightly Valor.
I don't see any. Oh, Claustrophobia in the sideboard.
Okay, Claustrophobia is pretty good. That's some removal.
You could count the Heart Beasts as enchantments for Auramancers purposes. So maybe you could fit into Auramancers.
Yeah.
I would immediately cut the Topan Freeblade because he's doing something else than the whole deck. Because he is on the ground and everyone else is flying. Oh, except Heart Beast and Sandcraft Image.
Yeah. I mean, it did win first place, but...
Yeah, that's cannot be ignored.
I think there's some refinement here. Clearly it has legs. But I think this reduced in stature. There's another enchantment. Turns it into an O2. Well, that's crazy.
I wish Rufa was on the chat.
Yeah. So we could use some explanations. Fate Forgotten. Exile target artifact or enchantment. One of. There's Bone to Ash. Counterspell. Draw a card. Oh, that's not that bad. It's just expensive. There's Artful Maneuver. There's a question. Would you be more likely to play Bone to Ash if it was triple blue instead of 2 blue?
In a mono blue deck, yes.
Oh, a mono blue deck, hell yeah.
It's a 63 card deck.
What?
Getting 3 blue mana in this list, which has no dual lands.
Yikes.
Looks very hard.
Yeah, it has no evolving wilds either. I don't even know how this worked.
Well, I can see why you would do that in the mana base, because you never want to have lands that come into play tapped.
Well, that is true.
So I think this is done too little in standard Pauper, but you mainly want to have a monocolor list for that, of course.
Right.
Which is the very advantage of playing monocolor.
You know I love monocolored.
You do.
It's a known fact. It is known.
Okay, that's what's wrong.
Here we go. Now let's look at MPDC. Happened yesterday. MPDC 3304. Standard Pauper, 10 players, 9 reported. Come on, Scro. Report your deck. 3-round Swiss, top 4 playoff, hosted by Gwynedd. First place, Rakdos Madness. Rakdos Madness. Followed by Black Green Control. And then followed that with, says Black Red Madness. Followed by, oh no, this one is Green Black Control. This is not a diverse top 4, but let's take a look at the Rakdos Madness deck. Ah, I like it already. Gear Report Gear Crafter, beautiful. Ghoul Caller's Accomplice, seems strong. Majoring Bully, sees play elsewhere. Twins, the Twins, look at that, 3-5 for 3. Can't get over that. Vulturous Aven, Exploit, put stuff in the bin for you.
What are you sacrificing? It's a maturing bully.
Gyroporthopters.
Oh, okay, the top there as well, yes.
And let's look at what else we got. Fiery Temper for some Madness Lightning Bolt action. Infectious Bloodlust. That is an interesting card. I kind of thought we'd see that more often. You can go search for it's an enchantment for 1 in a red. The creature gets 2/2/1. Has haste, attacks each turn if able. If that creature dies, you can go search your library for another Infectious Bloodlust. You know, like the infection sticks around. It's kind of cool, actually. Lightning Axe, some solid removal. Tormenting Voice, decent card draw. Shambleback. I like this card, but I think it might be a little overrated. We'll see. It's only a 2-of, so it's not that bad. Macabre Waltz to grab a couple of things. And Unnatural Endurance. Single black, devoid. Target creature gets +2/+0 and regenerates. That's actually not bad. Now here's a mana base that makes a little more sense, to me at least. You got Mountains 12, Swamp 6, Evolving Wilds 4. Pretty good, pretty good. So, sideboard. Undead Servant, there's the 4-of, just like we should have seen with the Fairy Miscreants. Fiery Impulse, makes a lot of sense. Twin Bolt, makes a lot of sense. More Shamblebacks, that's 4-of. Not sure about that. I'm really not sure about a 1-of Duress.
Yeah, you have to be really lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, he drew what I wanted to get rid of, and I drew the Duress. And it happened.
Those odds are long. Anyway, and then also Sprinting Warbrute, which is interesting.
In case somebody has no removal.
Yeah. Then you can just dash them in over and over again. I don't know if there is a deck right now with no removal, though.
Me neither.
Okay, well, that kind of rounds it out for the winners of the PDCs.
PDCs.
Interesting choices. Not necessarily choices I would make. Alright. I always forget I added a little animation here. It's beautiful. Everybody should look at my animation. Anyway, Sam, this week, I hear talk of you got a new job.
I did get a job, and it's an interesting job. I got recommended randomly a couple weeks ago to run a Magic tournament at one of the local game shops in town. Kind of out of the blue, a couple of the guys were like, "Why don't you call Sam to do it?" And then that first week I just worked on Thursday, and the next week they were like, "Oh, go ahead and let's have you come in for 4 days a week." So I'm kind of I'm running tournaments and I'm running the Magic case.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Unfortunately I have to learn about Force of Will and other less exciting games.
Force of Will the game, yeah.
Force of Will the game, not the card.
Yeah.
Because it's catching on in the area, I guess.
Yeah, catching on in my area too, strangely enough.
It's super popular amongst a certain clientele. And of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is super big because people are masochists, I guess.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Seems like a foray into self-harm.
Yeah, foray into madness.
Yeah, because even the top judges of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes just have to make a call. Like, we guess it works like this. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, I can't imagine that flying in a Magic tournament.
No. But they've just learned to accept it in Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments.
That's just disappointing. But this is I sent Brennan a couple pictures. This is the case.
Dan,
Standard.
you're beating your keyboard, son.
Sorry.
In the
Keeping in touch with the chat.
in the middle is modern, and then in the other picture it shows the Commander case.
Yeah.
That's all Commander staples and junk.
Oh wow.
I Wooberged the cases on Friday. So they're in a nice order. They were kind of chaotic. And that's my little area of the shop. It's a fully functional, it's 20,000 square feet, and it's full of as much nerdy stuff as the owners can get into it. It is crazy in there. Star Wars memorabilia and a million comic books, board games, Warhammer junk, anything you could possibly want. So,
well, that's pretty cool. Now, are you going to be buying Magic cards, or are you just there to sell or to
no, we
help?
buy.
Do they have their jeweler's loop to look for counterfeits?
No, if it's a good enough counterfeit, I guess we would probably just buy it, but we typically buy in a large amount of bulk, and almost all of it's standard and modern.
Oh, okay.
So we have one dual land, and it's a plateau, and it's clearly from Revised. It's got that revised dinginess.
Yes.
But we don't have a lot of older stuff because there's just not a market for it, really. At least in our area, there's a tiny little legacy group. There's no vintage at all around here, so
interesting.
Yeah. But that's just the area. It's a lot of newer players. I did a draft the night before I started working. I did the draft because on Wednesdays they're $6 drafts. On Monday it's free Monday Night Modern, and then the store throws in $3 for each entry. So yesterday we had 20 people, so there was a $60 prize pool for free.
Wow, that's great.
Thursday night is a $5 win a box, and it's modern. And Friday Night Magic is the same as Monday night, but it's standard. It's free, $3 prize pool for each entry.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's one of the best bring 'em ins I've ever seen at a comic shop.
It's because there's 4 different hobby shops in town, and we're the new guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're trying to get some interest, and we've grown the modern very, very well. Because the first week that we were doing the modern on Monday night, it didn't fire. The second week was last week, and there were 14. We had 20 this week. And then last Thursday night, I had 24. On Thursdays, I run the case and the tournament.
Yeah.
So I kind of run back and forth. And the play area is upstairs. So that's fun.
That sounds exhausting.
Constantly running up and down the stairs. But yeah, no, I like it. It's kind of, I got lucky to fall into a job that allows me to stand around, through Magic cards and talk to nerds all day.
It sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. But if you guys saw the amount of Magic cards that I wish I could just click and sort by set and then sort by color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I quit live Magic.
Oh my gosh. It is crazy the amount of cards. I've just spent pretty much the entire time I've worked so far just trying to get things organized back there. But on the 4th of June, we're doing one of the Star City Games IQs
Oh, wow.
store.
Very cool.
So that's 2 Saturdays from now. We paid Star City Games for however much they charge to host one of them.
Right.
So we're hoping to get a gigantic turnout for that because people drive to get their buys and stuff set up. So
Yeah, no kidding. That's pretty cool, man.
yeah, so that's pretty much taken up all of my Magic time.
That's a lot of Magic time.
Yeah, I fired up the client just a few minutes ago, and it updated like for last Wednesday's update. So that just tells you how much online junk I've been doing. None.
Right.
So just no time. So
I hear you, man. I hear you.
If it is okay with the store, maybe you could shoot some videos there.
oh no, I might.
I bet people would be very interested in just. I'm thinking for the cafe as well, like our stuff in Sam's store.
No, yeah, I mean that would be fun. And I actually got a phone that can do like pictures and stuff because I was on an older HTC One that my son had thrown and the camera was busted. But
Oh, no.
I think these pictures turned out pretty good, and I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
on a
They're
little
nice.
G thing now. So
Cool. Yeah, I'm all for it.
cool. I will see. They were cool with me taking these pictures, so
Sweet.
I didn't necessarily go, this is the case you should steal from, and then zoom in on the good stuff.
It looks like a very orderly store compared to the local stores near here.
Yeah, that's me going, let's get stuff out from underneath other stuff on the floor and get
Right.
it onto the shelves.
Good call, man. Good
Yeah,
call.
because it's been a while. Like, they've only been open since last August. But it's been a while since I've had somebody just like dedicate themselves to getting all of that stuff set up. And yeah, that's kind of just what I'm doing. Just trying to get things
Sweet.
organized. Oh God, it's going to take forever.
Oh, I'm sure. Job security.
Yes.
All right. What am I doing? Modern Pauper League. Still going on. I got to do this week's match. Let's see. Redbubble. Again, if you want to buy some of our Swiggity swag, I wore it last week when I was on vacation, and not one person asked me about it. So there you go. Another cool thing.
I bugged Brennon all the time while I was on vacation.
Yes, he did.
Day drinking, night drinking, morning drinking.
Morning drinking, afternoon drinking. Yeah, I was told Sam, I said, the people at Woodford Reserve who make the bourbon, if you don't know, I like it. I think they owe me something. I don't know what, but I gave them so much money this past week.
It's so good.
It's really good, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
So, speaking of being good, think Sam and I are making some plans to go to PAX South next year.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the balmy month of January, so I will be moving from the frozen tundra of Kansas to whatever Texas is in January. I'm not sure.
The tepid desert? I don't know.
Desert. Okay.
So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be really cool. Something to plan for. It's in January, but never too early, considering they sell out quite often.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yep. And
I really hope for some content from there then.
oh yeah, I'll do whatever I can.
Live podcast from PAX.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Like everybody else will be doing.
Exactly. I will be uploading like a mofo. Also this week, I got a Taiga.
What?
Yeah. It is. It's for my legacy deck that I'm slowly building. Yes, Taiga.
Are you Curdy?
Yes, Curdate, Taiga. You're going strong at that point. But no, for Goblin Charbelcher, you need one Taiga. Just one.
Because you have to get it off the Belcher, right?
Yes. If the Belcher finds the mountain, which this is the only one in there.
Nice.
Yeah, it does it. It doubles the damage. So, yep, there you go. That, I traded some stuff, sold some stuff, got a good deal. The only flaw really is the back right corner is scuffed. Like it shows a lot of white on the back right corner, but if you have it in a sleeve, I file that under who gives a crap, because well, you see it here, it looks perfect.
Looks good on the front, like super good.
Oh yeah, it's super smooth and not bent. It's a little dingy on the corners, on the edges, but that's the curse of the white border.
Yeah, that's the revised dinge.
The revised dinge.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's this right now. No, it's not my most expensive card, but it's up there. And this is the first duel I've had since I bought revised packs. I have not owned one in this decade or last decade. So it's been quite a while. So I thought it was cool.
I ripped 2 Underground Seas doing Vintage Masters, but that's not the same as
Right.
paper duel.
Yep. I'm just glad to have one, finally. Now, the only thing really left that I need are 4 Lion's Eye Diamonds.
God,
So
Good luck with that.
we have
Yeah.
2 in shop.
You have 2?
Yeah.
How much are they?
TCG player mid.
How much is
What we
that?
price everything at
I would say 113.
$1 million. $1.5 million.
No.
Dollars.
It's not $1 million. I bet it's $113. Let's see. Magic dot TCG player Lion's Eye. 129.
So you're building a real legacy deck.
Yes.
That's pretty nice.
Yep, I had Legacy Burn for forever. I still have it minus the Chain Lightnings, but
Yeah.
I wanted a more complicated real deck. So this is what
Belcher's
I'm-
fun.
What's that?
Belcher's fun. I mean, it is fun to play.
Oh yeah. It's all in, roll the dice, make it happen.
How much of it's on the restricted list? Bits and pieces?
A few Lion's Eye Diamonds, 4.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what
I think I have a Lion's Eye Diamond actually.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, super duper mint. I put it in the binder as crap rare during Mirage
Oh,
Crafts.
God. That's crazy, man.
I have to check that. It's in the north and I'm not there. But I think I have one.
Wow. Sweet. Yeah, they're pretty valuable. Looks like here you can get it for around $215 from rando shops.
215.
Oh, sorry, $115. Excuse me.
Just get the damage and heavily played ones.
Yeah, if it's sleevable, I don't care.
Lightly played Italian for 97.48.
What? Where's that at?
I'm just looking at the. What are you
Oh,
looking?
there it is. Yeah, lightly played Italian.
Lightly played
Holy
Italian.
Crap.
It,
But there's just a lightly played English above it for cheaper.
Yeah,
Shipping
I mean-
included.
they changed the flavor text to "I'm hungry and angry."
But Brennan, remind me on like Thursday or Friday
Uh-huh.
to look for that Lion's Eye Diamond.
Oh, sure.
And yeah,
That'd be cool. Thursday or Friday, remind you about the Lion's Eye. Okay.
Yeah, I think I know where my Mirage binder is as well. So
Wow.
I think I could find it.
Man, Dan needs to open a shop.
I think I got it for like 25 cents.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I got it from just randomly getting it.
Right.
Like you get like crap rares.
I mean, it wasn't good until
Mm-mm.
what, 15 years later or something like that.
Yeah, was it Dredge that made it good?
There is a small, like about 5-10% chance that I have multiples.
Oh my gosh.
There is even maybe 1% chance that I have 4. Because I tended to pick up 4 of every card.
Right. That's amazing. Very cool.
So I did go through the binder a couple of years back and just looked for random value. And I found, oh, Life Side Diamond.
Nice.
So I know there is at least one.
Well, that's super sweet, man. Yeah, you should go through that. Speaking of stuff you're doing,
Go back to Redbubble first. 'Cause
Bubble.
I will be doing a live appearance on the YouTube channel in June.
All right.
Unless my Redbubble hoodie is in the wrong place at the time, I'll wear it.
Nice.
Awesome.
Look for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely wearing my swag when we go to PAX. I'm sporting that shiz.
I'll have to get some swag between now and then
Yeah, we need to be representing.
so I can rep.
I agree.
I'll
Cool.
sew a Boom t-shirt into the Magic Gathering Strat t-shirt. I'll rep both.
Yeah, take it apart at the seam on the shoulders and the sides, and then so you can have one half on one side and one half on the other.
That'll be awesome.
It's Sam the Living Sandwich Board.
Yes. The end is nigh. Oh wait, sorry.
Oh, wait, other board.
Wrong message.
All right. So Dan, what's happening with you?
Well, I'm in Pauper Gauntlet withdrawal mode. So
Yeah.
I'm biking a lot. And yeah, it's hard to get back into Magic. I am playing... the Patreon is down to me just doing 3 videos a week. So in Pauper, I'm playing different Tron versions. I was just so fascinated by the 4 haunted Fangraphs. Fangraph into Muldrifter, that's value.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty
I'm
value.
experimenting with Tron. In Modern, I'm playing Naya Burn. I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. And I was hoping to do a standard Pauper video after this with Sam, if it's okay with you, Sam.
I put a deck together if you want to bang our decks together. Absolutely.
Hang our decks together, that sounded naughty.
And then if you could film that, we could put it on the channel.
That's not part of the profile of the channel. I am doing a lot of podcasting though, so my Swedish murder podcast, it now has a bigger Patreon than Magic Gathering Strat.
Oh my gosh.
After 3 months, so it's taking off quite a bit.
That's crazy.
You Swedes and your murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing occurred 30 years ago, so has been a lot of like community around it, if you can use that word, like journalists writing books and stuff. And this week I had a guy who had written about it for 30 years come over to my place and appear on the podcast. And I also filmed him walking around the murder site talking about the murder. So I'm very nervous about how the fans will like it. I really think it's super good. So, but it's all in Swedish. So only if you're Swedish will you be able to understand it.
Yeah, I have no Swedish.
I
no
might
Swedish
do
knowledge.
more about it on Fan of History as well, in English. Because it's still the greatest unsolved murder investigation of all time. If you count the JFK murder as solved.
Wow.
Like the Warren Commission. But I also do the Game of Thrones chat podcast now, as Game of Thrones is on. So I'm watching every episode of Game of Thrones twice. I'm listening to 6 hours of podcast, usually on the bike, about Game of Thrones. So I'm fairly deep into Game of Thrones right now.
What did you think about the ending of this last episode?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
Okay, let me talk about it generally then, without mentioning what it is. It was super epic, and I think it was like going back to the roots of the show.
Yeah.
And throwing away all the crazy bad stuff they did in season 5, and now they're back. The show is great. This is a super good season. So, wow, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it was someone. I don't know how I can talk about it without giving too much away, but yeah, the moment someone decides to start making some frickin' decisions, hallelujah, and moving forward.
And I think they did in this episode and in this whole season.
Yeah, I was glad. And oh my god, are they tying up loose ends or what?
Only 2 more seasons.
That's it, huh?
That's it, yeah. So we're entering the end game soon.
Right, and they got dangerously close to revealing something this past episode with the little Bran flashbacks.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is cool.
So yeah, enough about that. But that's what I'm doing.
All right. Well, we all knew it had to happen one day, Dan. Season 3 of the Gauntlet.
Oh, it ended.
It did end. It ended in epic, unbelievable, even though I kind of had a feeling it would end this way.
The first 2-man round. Yeah. And the 2-man rounds, of course, my win percentage drops to, I would estimate that I am, with the decks that gotten this far, I should be about 50%.
Right.
In the 2-man round. So it's very likely that it would continue past 1 2-man round, because either both decks would lose or both decks would win.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I think it was more than 50% that we would get another 2-man round, but we didn't.
Nope. That's right. Your mono white deck.
Yeah, Cyborgs ran into this crazy Orso mid-range deck that was like doing stuff. It wasn't Night Sky Mimic, really.
Right.
It was just Orso mid-range. I quite didn't get it, and I thought, oh, I could crush this easily.
I thought so too, but then it just kept having every answer it needed.
Like, yeah, it was Orso answers, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
It was just removal, and if you're fast enough and you can 1-for-1 Cyborgs, then I get stuck with equipment.
Right.
And I die. So I won the first one and lost the second and third.
Yeah, you
so
had a whole
Cyborgs
bunch of...
was down.
Right. Cyborgs died. They fell into the molten steel pit and gave you the thumbs up as they went down into the molten steel.
And for some reason, that video is a lot more popular than the Aristocrat match. Both videos were very popular. When you get down to round 12 in the Gauntlet, interest is dropping off.
Right.
But for the 2-man rounds, interest went up a lot.
Yeah, people seem to like the higher stakes quite a bit.
Yeah, so one idea is to start the 2-man rounds earlier. I will do an evaluating the Pauper Gauntlent video, so we will discuss all these things. But I would not want to enter the 2-mans with like 15 random decks. That I think it would be a mega slaughter if I did it like in round 9.
Right.
But maybe I could do it at least 1 round earlier.
That's true.
But Aristocrats came through, ran into Tron, and it turns out that Aristocrats is pretty fast. So if you dawdle around looking for your Ursatron, then you will get crushed.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the guy didn't play... he was reliant on red removal, and that's hard to do against Aristocrats, because the creatures get out of line pretty fast.
Sure. You can make them... You can sacrifice things for value, and you can grow them. So it's impressive.
Hunger of the Howl Pack.
Yeah,
It's the key.
I'm very glad I bought this deck in paper. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you did that immediately as soon as you saw it, right?
Yeah, I was enamored by it. I had to get it. I'm so glad I did because, man, those brindle shoots.
Yeah.
$5 each now.
We were 3 days short of a 6-month gauntlet.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
here is what will happen with the Pauper Gauntlet now. I am working full-time as a YouTuber podcaster still, and I have the rest of this year to make that work. So on the patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat, there are 2 versions of the Pauper Gauntlet ready to launch in December. But we have to have some new patrons for that. So at some level we get the Pauper Gauntlet All-Star Season, which will include all the top 10 decks from and maybe some crowd favorites as well. So that will be a smaller Pauper Gauntlet.
That sounds pretty cool.
And then we have the full Season 4, which could also be launched in December. I'm looking for early December as the start date. So if you like the Pauper Gauntlet, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat. If we get the full season, I will probably increase the number of decks. This year I went with the safe version and just increased the number of decks by 1. But I was itching to run more decks. We will also, of course, be discussing the length of the Pauper Gauntlet in the evaluation video, because after we get, like for the last 2 months, for me, it's just fun. I just love it. The late mid game to the end game is it's just amazing.
Right.
So I would be happy to run a longer gauntlet, because I think all the quote unquote bad decks will die at the beginning anyway. So increasing the number of decks is not the amount of work doesn't increase linearly with the number of decks.
Okay.
But the extra work appears then in the early goings, and we tried to distribute the matches more evenly this year, and that made for longer early rounds. But we did manage to avoid the great number of unsubscriptions we got from the YouTube channel in the earlier 2 gauntlets.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
Now, when the gauntlet is not on anymore, the subscription rate at MagicGatheringStrat has picked up. So
I'm going to propose.
It's bad for subscriptions.
We can talk about it at some point if you want to, but I propose we create a Pauper Gauntlent channel.
And the problem with that is that we lose all the subscribers we already have.
Oh no, we still will put some shows on the main channel.
Kind of like
they
they do
lose
with
them
the
for the Pauper
Olympics.
Gauntlet videos.
What was that?
Kind of what they do with the Olympics. They put the main event on ABC, but then like they do curling and crap on MSNBC and stuff like that.
But wasn't that what we did this year? Because most of the early stuff was on MagicGatheringStrat 2.
Right, but I propose we even name it the Pauper Gauntlet. Like, really go full bore on that one channel. You can still have the playlist increase on the main channel. You can just associate them. But actually brand, I don't know, maybe MagicGatheringStrat 3 as the Pauper Gauntlet.
We can't use that channel as it can't be monetized.
Oh, that's right. Well,
so we will probably just rename the MagicGatheringStrat 2.
Yeah, we can do that.
And put the very small number of videos we want there that is not the Pauper Gauntlet on MagicGatheringStrat 3 instead.
Yeah. But
So that's an idea.
So anyway, we can talk about it, but I think you could. There would be no surprises as to what that channel is or how much content that channel is going to have, because then it kind of sits there and just churns views because people are still going to search for Rugtron. People are still going to search for Mono Blue Delver, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Please, if I forget about this, please comment on when I do the evaluation video, please.
Yeah, we're always open to ideas. So any of you listeners out there that have an idea that you thought, hey, it would have been awesome if they had done this, that's when you pop those ideas at us. So that'd be cool.
I could mention that the Pauper Gauntlent was a lot bigger this year view-wise to earlier seasons. So the increase was huge, which was very discouraging at the start with all the new decks and all the. I did some mistakes, and I went back and reviewed all old videos, and I made about the same number of mistakes, but as there was a lot more viewers, there was a lot more people pointing them out. So I felt like, oh, God, I'm not good enough for this, but it's the nature of the gauntlet. But it was a huge increase. We had the sponsor, which was great. MTGOtickets.com has now paid Paul Jones $100
oh my God.
for his win with Brewing Aristocrats.
That is awesome.
So I got the confirmation today, actually, that had happened.
Well, Mr. Jones, if you are listening, congratulations. Very cool that you picked the winning deck.
Yeah. So that's it for the Pauper Gauntlet for Season 3. I hope you enjoyed it.
Me too.
I think I put in about 400 hours work.
Oh my God.
For the gauntlet. So any suggestions involving more work on my part is will probably not be kindly received.
They have to be very, very, very good suggestions.
Yes, so my time is definitely a factor on Pauper Gauntlet improvement suggestions.
Right.
So
it was a team effort to get all this to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
The low impact, low extra energy suggestions are going to be the ones that work the best, basically.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind when you suggest stuff.
But there was a lot of interest for old Pauper Gauntlet videos as well, as when the new Gauntlet was on.
Yeah.
I went back and watched some Season 1 stuff. I won't lie.
Nice.
That client is an eyesore, and it should be stricken from existence. Has already been, but oh my God, version whatever that was. Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, let's not get into Magic Online version discussions. That takes some time.
Back in my day.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
Get off my lawn. MTGO4.
Exactly. All right.
One day it will be on the iPad.
One day.
The question is if the iPad will still be around.
Hey, you know what someone suggested? And this was like, I forget who it was. There's a couple of pros suggesting this. What if there was a subscription base, kind of like how WoW is a subscription?
Yes.
Except you got unlimited Phantom drafts.
Yeah, I suggest Duels of the Planeswalkers would be the place to do that.
Yeah. Hey, I would consider it because I think that might be actually fun.
Yeah.
And you would have a lot of people getting really good at drafting.
Yes.
So that's one way to increase viewership on esport type things.
Yeah, somebody on Twitter put up a side-by-side screen capture of how many people were streaming or watching Hearthstone earlier today and how many people were watching Magic. It was like 101,000 versus 3,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But at least the 3,000 people watching Magic were watching a quality game happen.
It's hard to, when you see those numbers, it's hard to understand that Magic is still the bigger game.
Yeah.
More people are playing Magic now than played World of Warcraft at its very peak.
I mean, how often do you walk into a Hearthstone shop?
Never.
That's, I mean, come on. Come on. Okay. That's it. I'm off my soapbox.
Okay.
All right. Well, folks, next time we do a show, we will be talking about Pauper PRE events. But for today, this is the end.
I will be off the show now for a little while.
Dan.
Will we be recording on this night?
Yeah. Tuesday.
Yeah.
So then I will be back on June 15th or 14th on your side of the Atlantic.
Okay. Sounds good. We will miss you, Dan, but you have earned yourself a break.
Yeah, I'll handle my withdrawal symptoms.
I recommend handling withdrawal with alcohol.
Okay, look forward for drunken pauper videos.
That would be
They
so
will go
great.
on the research channel.
Yes.
Did a couple of those back in 2013. Most of them have been deleted from the channel.
Yeah, I was there when you were recording them, man.
I remember.
The epic M14 and beer draft.
Yes. It was fantastic. I know you got sick and I'm sorry, but it was still great. All right. MagicGatheringStrat.com, YouTube/MagicGatheringStrat. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about us. We would love for them to watch our videos. We're a big old family there. Patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat. Twitter @MagicGathStrat. For all of our updates, for everything. And if you want to follow me, it's @CeruleanSaysHi. If you want to follow Sam, it's @SPO7677. Dan Horning is @DanHorning. Facebook.com/MagicGatheringStrat. We are on iTunes and the Google version of iTunes.
Google Tunes.
Google Tunes.
Hi, Google.
G-Tunes.
Still not available in Sweden.
Really?
Yeah, can't even get the stuff from there. So I can't listen to something on Google Play.
Wow, that sucks.
Which is like, why?
I don't know.
Probably some licensing thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'd like to add something about the Patreon. If you are a patron, and we do have a lot of patrons already, please let me know what you want from Magic Gathering Strat coming up for the rest of this year. We're going to look over the Patreon and do some stuff, and we very much like your feedback. We did send out a questionnaire to the patrons, and a couple of you answered, but we still want more feedback. Also, we want deck requests for the matches. So if you have a deck that you want to see me play, please tell me in the mysterious Belerian Society forums. And if you're a patron, you know what that is. But for other people, they are mysterious.
There's only one way to find out what goes on in those forums, folks.
Yes. All right.
All right. Well, for this week, I am Brennan.
I'm Sam. Woo!
I'm Dan.
And this has been the Magic Gathering Strat Show.
Doo-doo.